what's up? Hi, yes, hello. You got problems with the starch solution? I got answers, honey. Hello my honeys, it's Emmie. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Emmie, I'm a nutritionist. I'm the creator of the Slim on Starch program where you lose weight on a starch-based, plant-based diet. If you wanna work with me as well as a nutrition coach and a mindset coach, go to healthyemmie.org and click apply or just click the link in the down bar. Also, make sure that you hit subscribe and you turn on the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video, which is every Wednesday and Saturday. Today, honey, we are solving all of your starch solution problems. I am your girl. In a past life, I once was a math teacher, which means I like to solve problems. I like when things are misaligned and I get to come in and pluck out what's going on here, what's going wrong, where is something getting lost in translation, where is the little mix up. That is what I do. For the people that start a starch solution type diet and then they don't have success, I am the go-to girl. I tell people I'm the last stop on the train when people adopt this starch solution type of diet and they start to watch all the YouTubers and then they're like, this isn't really working. Why is it working for all these other people? What is wrong with me? I'm your girl. I'm the girl that plucks out what's going on and we get it going. So if anybody knows how to troubleshoot the starch solution, it's me. I created the Slim on Starch program, which is inspired by Dr. John McDougall's starch solution, but it's not the same thing. The nutrition is different, and also we have a huge mindset component of the program and a nutrition coach and a mindset coach, this, that, and the other. This video is about troubleshooting the starch solution and the top 4 problems that I see. Or actually, you know what? I'm gonna do 5 because I just thought of another one. Let's get into it. Problem number 1, if you come from the business world, you have heard the term, there's no such thing as a free lunch, right? Well, this translates to the starch solution too. I often find that people come to a starch solution type of diet and they hear, you can eat as much as you want. You can eat as much as you want. You don't have to count calories. And what they think that means is, oh, heck yeah, I'm gonna gorge myself. I'm just going to eat for the day is long. I'm gonna eat till the cows come home. Lunch, fill it up. Snack, fill it up. Breakfast, I'm not even hungry, but I'm gonna eat because they've heard, oh, you don't have to count calories, you don't have to, and usually people are coming from a background of dieting where they are counting calories, tiny portion sizes, putting their food into containers and eating them out of containers, and then they come to this and they're like, oh yeah, all right, let's go to town. This doctor says don't count calories, that doctor says you can eat as much as you want. Oh, heck yeah, honey, I'm going to town. And people end up eating, and disregarding hunger and fullness cues. Now, there's another layer to this, which is many people aren't aware of their hunger and fullness cues. They're not in tune with their hunger and fullness cues. And so not only are they disregarding them, but even if they were going to try to tune into them, those are long gone because of years of crash dieting and being taught how to not listen to hunger and fullness cues. So the misalignment here is that people come to the starch solution and they listen to doctors who have never had to relearn their hunger and fullness cues because they themselves aren't coming from crash dieting, but they're talking to people that usually do come from crash dieting. And if you're coming from crash dieting, you've been taught to neglect your hunger and fullness cues. So sure, you don't have to count calories and you don't have to pay attention to portions and all that crazy stuff when your hunger and fullness cues are locked in, which is the case with most of these doctors. But with the majority of people that come to this lifestyle and don't find success, it's because they're out of tune with their hunger and fullness cues and they're eating when they're not truly hungry and then eating past the point of fullness, which is something that we focus on with my clients, is making sure that you can relearn your hunger and fullness cues so that this doesn't happen to you. So there is no such thing as a free lunch. Mistake number 2 that I see is playing the short game. Healthy, sustainable weight loss is about 1 pound per week. If you're coming from crash diets where you would lose like 10 pounds in 1 week, well, if it was so great, why didn't you keep doing it? right? Exactly. How did that go for you? If the quicker you lose weight, the more likely you are to rebound, the more unsustainable it is. Healthy, sustainable weight loss is 1 pound per week, and the slower you go, the faster you get there. Please, if I could jump through the camera and shake you and say you want to lose weight as slowly as possible, I'd be doing it right now. So I'm gonna get as close as I can. Please, please lose weight as slowly as possible, because you want this to be sustainable. You want this to be something that you can stick to in the long term. The best diet is the one that works for you in the long term. The ones where you have these crazy amounts of weight loss right away, there's a reason why you couldn't stick to it. And there's a reason why that was so awesome, because it's unsustainable. And so people will come to me and they're like, I'm expecting to lose 5 pounds in 2 days. And that's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. And if it did, then I would be doing a huge disservice to you. I'll say to my clients, listen, if you want to lose weight wicked quickly, I got you. I can show you what to do. But that's going to be a huge disservice to you in the long term. My goal through our work together is to make it so that if I was hit by a bus, you'd be good to go. And so I don't want you to go into a Starch Solution type of diet with the expectation that you're going to lose weight up the wazoo, because if you have that expectation, you're gonna set yourself up for crash dieting, rebound weight gain that puts you further above where you even started. The slower you go, the faster you get there. So all of this to say, I see a couple of things happen. First, people come in with the expectation that they're gonna lose 10 pounds in the first week, and then they don't, and they go, the Starch Solution doesn't work for me, my body's broken. No, honey, you're not supposed to lose that much weight in the first place. And then the second thing is that they get down on themselves. They say, I didn't lose 50 pounds, so like, screw it, I'm out of here. We can't have that mentality, honey. Mistake number 3 that I see is not doing the diet 100%. So maybe or maybe you haven't seen the graphic that I'm about to put up. You see that, of course, eating a whole foods plant-based diet is the way to go, because you can fit in so much food. So people do this and they pack in the food, right? Well, guess what? No matter what you're eating, if you're eating too many calories, you're not going to be successful. Even if you're only eating carbohydrates, they can turn into fat if you're eating too many calories. It's not likely for carbohydrates to turn into fat, but it can happen if we eat too many calories. But anyway, not talking about that right this second, because I don't want to freak you out. So what I often hear people do when I get on the phone with people, they'll say, Emmie, I swear I'm eating this way 100%. I am like doing this, and then they say, and there's other food in the house, and I make food for the kids. And so I go, what do you make for the kids? And they're like, well, the peanut butter sandwich. And I'm like, okay. And then when you put that knife into the dishwasher, you wash it before you put it into the dishwasher, right? The knife you made to use the peanut butter sandwich? I say, yeah. And I go, did you wash it with a sponge, or did you wash it with your tongue before you put it into the dishwasher? And they go, oh, well, I just clean off the knife with my tongue. Honey, that's like a tablespoon of peanut butter, which is like 7 grams of fat and 100 calories or something. So you're sneaking things in. And if that's going on top of that amount of food, then you're pushing yourself over the edge and you're eating too much. So you could have a stomach full of whole foods, plant-based foods, but once you start to put other things on top of it, you're getting yourself above your caloric needs. So if you're eating a Starch Solution type of diet 90% of the time, or 90% of the time, you'll probably be successful, so I'll back that up. If you're doing a Starch Solution type of diet 80% of the time, and then 20% is just junk, that's still putting you over your caloric needs, and then all of that junk is gonna get stored as fat, and you're not gonna be successful. Mistake number 4 that I see is not weighing yourself correctly. Our weight fluctuates like crazy. And so what I see people do is they'll hop on the scale willy-nilly. They'll be wearing clothes. Never weigh yourself when you're wearing clothes. They'll go to the gym after a workout. They'll be using different scales. There are no controls in this experiment whatsoever. Spoken like a true math teacher who loves her physics and her science and all that kind of stuff. You gotta control this experiment if you're gonna be weighing yourself. And that means weighing yourself at the same time, weighing yourself with no clothes on the same scale. The way that we do it in my program is you weigh yourself 3 days in a row, right when you wake up, first thing in the morning, after having used the bathroom, don't eat or drink anything. And then you take the average, and we try to control it as much as possible. So what people do is they will weigh themselves. My mom, it used to drive me bananas. She would weigh herself on the scale at work, and she worked the night shift. I'm gonna finish filming and then I'll come, we can snuggle. Well, my mom would go on the scale at work and it would be like 10 o'clock at night after she had eaten all day long. Mom, you can't do that. Mom, if you're watching, you better not be doing that anymore. So yes, weigh yourself using the system that I just said. And then mistake number 5 that I see is people thinking that they are the magical unicorn and that their body is just broken. And I have so many people that come to me and they're like, I'm telling you, Emmie, I'm doing this and my body is broken and I just can't lose weight. It's hormones, it's this, that, and the other. Come to me if you are having these issues, because I will solve this for you. Don't come to me if you are like BMI 19 and you're like, I can't lose weight on the Starch Solution. Come on, honey. Come to me. It's because you're at a great weight already, which is probably another mistake that I see too, is people are already at a terrifically healthy weight and then they say, well, the Starch Solution doesn't work for me because I'm eating all this stuff and I'm not losing weight. And I'm like, how much do you weigh? And they're like, I'm 125 pounds and I'm 5'5". Like, what? Come on, honey, that's a fantastic weight. Go for health, not for weight loss. All right, I'm gonna cut the video here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah.